be 96 and 97 na no kure ni sa de wo aye kan ho asem aye gi dini yewura attorney general de ba be boy say ketesh asihye bi animu a no kure ni kama court na ma frɛ nipa ohwe so no na ya toto na no so ma kire de kodie ntia na Ghana fo nyina hu yewura eno de ma bia convince wo se bibi nim ma te se bi no baba hyehyɛ ase me de nim se ne osite na mom Ghana fo be ka be bibi na se utimi ka yewura sa amana na betu ye ne de no kure ne ye nkiase ya pese bi bemfa no ko gina mbra ano na o ma kire de kodie ntia se sika dodo no be ade abede to ma ba ko pa ye corruption na ye hu se sa national.
Thank you very much, my producer, Mr. Nana, in fact, DJ Nana Osei Kofo, aka DJ Nasco, Oba, at a street. Good evening, now, and Monday, what okay when I've been a Uber Kruma, Kafra, went to name out to Ajane, because baby, actually, yeah, Bantima High Street. It's all free, but quite roundabout to Rema. Achi, free Sofu line never, Achi, from the pond never, Achi. Baby, Achi, you may have to park your car somewhere convenient and then continue on the rest of your office journey on foot. I'm telling you, that will be faster than just relying in your car. I guess I'll be burning fools. Well, said ya, single digit inflation, but this year, BBI for dollars to the Sujina. And the ministry food not on cry, yes, first no ABM. And then a higher Afro City Extra. We are transmitting live from Bantima High Street. Where your beautiful studios here. Anytime you want to come here, please come here. We will welcome you. We are very close to the NHIA office or High Street through high.
Na cathedral no sika be ka se ba se ne yewura me de no kure ni be ka se me de mentiase ye mu bi kura na eni se be $56 million e cheja kura ye tre ya be 96 and 97 na no kure ni sa de wo aye kan ho asem aye gi dini yewura attorney general de ba be boy say ketesh asihye bi animu a no kure ni kama court na ma frɛ nipa ohwe so no na ya toto na no so ma kire de kodie ntia na Ghana fo nyina hu yewura eno de ma bia convince wo se bibi nim ma te se bi no baba hyehyɛ ase me de nim se ne osite na mom Ghana fo be ka be bibi na se utimi ka yewura sa amana na betu ye ne de no kure ne ye nkiase ya pese bi bemfa no ko gina mbra ano na o ma kire de kodie ntia se sika dodo no be ade abede to ma ba ko pa ye corruption na ye hu se sa national cathedral no sika be ka se ba se ne yewura me de no kure ni be ka se me de mentiase ye mu bi kura na eni se be $56 million e cheja kura ye tre ya be 96 and 97 na no kure ni sa de wo aye kan ho asem aye gi dini yewura attorney general de ba be boy say ketesh asihye bi animu a no kure ni kama court na ma frɛ nipa ohwe so no na ya toto na no so ma kire de kodie ntia na Ghana fo nyina hu yewura eno de ma bia convince wo se bibi nim ma te se bi no baba hyehyɛ ase me de nim se ne osite na mom Ghana fo be ka be bibi na se utimi ka yewura sa amana na betu ye ne de no kure ne ye nkiase ya pese bi bemfa no ko gina mbra ano na o ma kire de kodie ntia se sika dodo no be ade abede to ma ba ko pa ye corruption na ye hu se sa national cathedral no sika be ka se ba se ne yewura me de no kure ni be ka se me de mentiase ye mu bi kura na eni se be $56 million e cheja kura ye tre ya be 96 and 97 na no kure ni sa de wo aye kan ho asem aye gi dini yewura attorney general de ba be boy say ketesh asihye bi animu a no kure ni kama court na ma frɛ nipa ohwe so no na ya toto na no so ma kire de kodie ntia na Ghana fo nyina hu yewura eno de mabia and convince se bibi nim ma ate se bi nim baba hyehyase me de nim se ne osite na mom Ghana fo be ka bibi na se utimi ka yewura sa amana na betu ye ne de nokre ne yankyase ya pese bi bemfa ne ko gina mbra ano na o ma kire de kurdie ntia sa esika dodo no be ade abede to ma ba ko pa ye corruption na ye hu se sa national cathedral no sika be ka se ba sa ne yewura me de nokre ni be ka se me de mentiase ye mu bi kura na eni se be bi $56 million e cheja kura ye te ya be ye be 96 and 97 na nokre ni sa de wo aye kan ho asem aye gi dini yewura attorney general de ba be boy say ketesh asihye bi animu a nokre ni kama court na ma frɛ nipa ohwe so no na ya toto na no so ma kire de kodie ntia na Ghana fo nyina hu yewura eno de mabia and convince se bibi nim ma ate se bi nim baba hyehyase me de nim se ne osite na mom Ghana fo be ka bibi na se utimi ka yewura.
Okay, so that is my producer for you, Nana Oseko, aka DJ Nasco. I asked Shiano, Sky High, Bantama High Street. I feel anymore. Throughout this Christmas, DJ Nasco, busy and I mean, when the status back, and I say, watching footballer, flexi 10 tables. No, sir. This is Afro City Extra. It's a Monday morning. As I said earlier, in fact, traffic will come over Central Business District in Kwandia. Mr. Wayana Wape, or some roots beer over to me at the Rura at the Abiuraho, because I'm here over Trakemu Ache. It's like that, you know, the Rura Christmas season, and the 21st of December 2025. Kakrakra, in about 4 days. We're going to have Christmas. Ade ba ko amehunu me fa High Street you me fa be bia fa Dumni some other places here. Me nyante Christmas no enho enka kasisa fa knockout there. Ye ne yete outside of Kumasi kakra no yete TB but over inside here ye head and TB. Christmas decorations here omode sheshe stores nimu ne ade nyina ye hu bi. Accra ne some parts of the High Street in Kumasi na yase ye hu say abayanda roma or gina some Christmas trees and lights in around some roundabouts. And then I see ama bronya no as this year ayeti box and I say yen train FC this week mu de ebe huna na ye hwe de be see e bono so ahenda ma this month nka December de aya na e botemu kopum January and nso so yen hede hunu bi well let's see because seasons and present times and seasons ene ana wiki enema be na ye hwe Bank of Ghana was a cryptocurrency na video with me Eddie Gani be crypto law no parliament for the bank for ya bomodi ahye etimu amo ye internet savvy opase mu making some investment in cryptocurrency no Bank of Ghana Dr. Johnson Pandit Siama Eddie abase ampa ubetumi na onso what trade say we trade say water is all legal now in the motherland. Onte ya mamenka nchiro Blue Water Guard, Honorable Lands and Minerals Minister, Forestry Minister, Ama Kofibua, dear Omampani, Ekufuado, Ekufino, Omane Baba ya no. What the Abba say Blue Water Guard for now, what they buy, and in fact, no more buy a crime hand who may be on Muankasa, was had 636 if you have a minimum bar some parts of Ashanti, Eastern, and other places here. Galamsey, AIJ, and Samoa Hono, and also free a lands ministry ho and de Abba. Roxin Dafia Mepo, Comrade Roxin, in fact, the Honorable Comrade Roxin Dafia Mepo, our majority chief whip in Parliament, when in Bema, the Honorable Majority Leader, Hassan Ayarega, Ekabu Musenko Mode, Emrebi, Eba Parliament, Nanki Yakotu. Office of the Special Prosecutor Egu Kiseja me ho hio ono ho hi so kochi Martin Pebudinti Martin Pebu so no ama for chese na danfo pa ne da fia mepo e na hwe so ayarega so na danfo e ho abufu ti no more numbers nti enkomo fa contract bi abegu office no ya e na omampani ni in fact o man nya ne ha se ka se hwe ehene ne ha okochi ndisi ni ba kopede obegu no yempene e na omampani efre wo mu bi no se maza mo fa masem no enko ba bi na yenko yanim Say wote ya if you hoba no party na nkasa no NDC ruling party no enso e de by omo secretary ura fifi quote ebetre TV so ka say boys no move no mo here in fact we dey onye boys honorable gentlemen no move no mo here no omo anya de first of all ma head ankra party no we say asema mo de ba na asem no so asem no emu odu a major decision it is a mod BBC ba o man mo say officer yesi say entumi MY ne enko corruption no mo madamfo yakɔkye no ɔno ka wa na mo echi ne be 13 hours pe mo bu afuma mo ba be ye na nka ye gu office no dia entwaye ne kɔso nyina dafia mepo ba radio so ebe ka se die ntia na ɔmo ɔne ayarega emienu pa so ɔmo yesa no enya ne boni mu a o mo gitum se nka ɔmo ka kyerɛ party na nka ye ɛna ɔsa jum se ɔmo anye consultation papa ɛna kyerɛ se yɛmfa koma ne emotions enya ne ma bi asa ɔde asa memu ene ye ebuo no na embom ɔno de what's this move no? It was to strengthen the fight against corruption. How do you collapse the office of the special prosecutor and turn around to say that that move is to strengthen the fight against corruption? I don't think so. But I don't have opinion much when it comes to hot in the morning. I have some gentlemen here, Ometimi Abwaye Amayako. Now, the Festival of 9 Lessons and Carols, Parliament of Ghana, in fact, Ghana government, Yankasa, President Mahama was in attendance, Speaker Babi was in attendance, Reverend Dr. Steve Wingham of Assemblies of God, President Mahama, so for Otinenche Vice President, any weekend, and Yasem Kotua, or Modi Yamisom, Ashishim, as to say, or mine Ghana, or Maya Sabi, Yenye Christosum, my Yenye Kremumai, then so you drew baby see a Christopher program, no money in a J, or GT, or Muja Boss about 3 hours, and I do not say. Enya sem koto ba ku bia ba minim bia asore no wo na untumi sre minim se kantata we se eye carols night na osofo bi lady carols night na ode nyame asem ehhehye ewiase asem mu wo se emra on konkron no ba abawa meris no o ka kire ne se odobroni oba bewo agenkwa amayen ise odobroni ni ba ko a Christopher Diama no eye abawa mary na se dad lumba minim so no be ho konkron no so be eja na nkasa o eno so ya se ba ko aba ekro eno no ene your birthdays kakra your newspaper kakra bia ye din komo no ye de be fem but said medin kan ka kire no we have in the studio my good brother and friend Mr. CJ Lewis. CJ, good morning, sir.
Good morning, Kwasi.
And afi so no ye ku enimu no ye ne team Brian 2028 Dr. Brian Champon wone Dr. Mahmoud Baumia wone the honorable Kennedy Japan and afi so also ne the honorable Dr. Yawad Say Educhum and former secretary engineer Kwabene AJ Japan ede face no ono so nipa ba ko a ye fe no Jimmy Boachansa, one of the most, but he's a very nice guy, I must admit. Very, very nice guy. Always cool, always calm, always collected. Jimmy, good morning and welcome to Afro City Extra.
Good morning, Kwasi.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. CJ, you see, I say, what here may catch though? You see, Blue Water Guard, no. Last Minister, Honorable Ama Kofibua, MP for Elembele, former MPP Chairman, Dr. Mr. Freddie Blay, constituency ho. One na say na or say Blue Water Garden no or the nipa 636 abeka ho a we mu de omo or the omo ba ashanti otimi say areas na galam say AIGN7 no and or the omo ba na apacho asante insu na de da ha mu de pa na be hia say water guard ekwa rain because enura me fa be kwa no so order de tia na tie insu bia onim say ahono bia no still na hono eti amane ba kwa wo no pacho odwen ho say
I say we register with minister now because me angasa me nim so da ha as now obeti appoint say and so we yeah this is minister now
but what did pass something abeka ho
job for the boys
job for the boys sana wo hu
no job for the boys now him say meba no on say the traffic krompa ti we parke na me nam your friend say so me market wa
yeah
na me fa race cross market wa na me fa bantima dwo
yeah
na me ba na dwo mu ma ne di nkomu bi dwo mu ma o se yembusa o over the weekend you say boxing bi course
yes
mahama ba no say no organize boxing tournament
sharaf mahama
dwo mu ma ne se membusa o say akufuado nti ne man na organize program we no ko bi anti adechi ye Ghana ke be manada
nke jabedem
ti edwom man se mi musa o nti se wo wa no
maybe the check me
am so ba busa akosi mai se boxing match na course yam busa se nti se Akufo-Addo o man panyin dada na na Akufo-Addo ono no man organize side we no kotena ase a
the man kwa menipo jankroma kwatna creative fast o enkrofo bo abaye
iso sa e to me so wo so crowd ko mu nti nya betena ase akosi beba me busa no
ahwefo ne tifo yesempa Sharaf Mahama the legacy promotions are oye within the NSC sports here krameti esi wonya FIFA license bia this time no betumi organize some other programs and events bigger than what we are seeing now. Now, looking at his age, he's not the oldest of President Mahama's children. Which means I think they want to be the youngest boy cry. Now, we hear the move starting from somewhere last year, the papa when he organized boxing cry exhibition be Kumasi okay UST and I face why back cry the last time cry no Anthony Joshua dan wo buje Paul man here say Buntono ono cry eba happy and at this time he was Freezy McBows on a Taquano Mirafini, or more edifice so cry. McBows will go never hear Santa Calesi or the worldwide. Thank you. On the worldwide edifice or worldwide. Now, Obake any Aquaba. Zade, Sa fighting a day, Obake 1, Aquaba 0. McBones, Aquajin so. I don't know when the rematch is going to come. But as my okay in the infending combo. Where do you think say Sharaf in your naive? Because in Crawford finger, nail ankle. A business mogul, in fact, mining business mogul, Ibrahim Mahama, and I never panso. Before so be president, I was the vice president, the minister of several Ghana government for a long time. It when you say second to me nifi, and my acquiring to me, and fa sika enya Ghana buying sika enya sa programs.
But Joe, before Akufo-Addo be president, no two ara sana.
Maybe.
So. A legitimate question I see Busa said no Akufo-Addo be president no on two wala to wala sa no onye wenchi foreign minister
yes
but on kwan fa so e horo no for ne ma ho and then the man so be no age mate with this so ne ma koye bibi ne feel say or abusing the presidency just to enrich the family there then Jomu ba no question is legitimate.
I get that but me musa e won say wo de wo hwe say Akufo-Addo background na ya nke mu bi said the okay ke be yasombe ye hene say
the program na course so in fact the program was really eventful fantastic but omo come ya adwene say what is good for the goose is good for the gander.
But then, and I know it's not coming back. President Mahama is going to be around for the next 3 years or so.
It standard I the hold na Akufo-Addo.
You have been holding President Mahama.
Ti ade chi you know. E was here the twins and say program na course na won course here say. One fund na free.
Every boy na angasa.
You.
What if say sport betting tax by NDC vote me the propaganda say betting tax no. Ye tia ye de koma na naba na o creative arts na friend Jankroma. As to how creative arts connects with sports and betting tax, nobody gets it. And as to why some well-meaning Ghanaians took that misinformation, that false narrative as true, and then depending on that to vote against Nana Adonai, you witnesses to it. But I think it's a legitimate proof. Say go for mu say you musa yan koswa kopm say Ebia Sharaf na ba bontia be kire the source of income because this guy has never worked. Obi ehunu adwuma say bi wa apply akoye a ogia ketua and I say him for sponsors be the chassis and promoters be the church. In fact, he is the own promoter. And now utumi program Emma no papa or a certain president ezenya da je betna ho it means say what put you some huge light to be on the program. So definitely these questions are legitimate questions. In every democracy, people want to know how a young man like that can organize because any 10 million, any 20 million a year, I'm sure saying Kagana, Kasa event in Kubia baby. But apart from Sharaf, there's no boxing promoter in the entire country. So that question stands there. No, bako, no. Avi yanko Louis, your friend will say, sir, and Komoya Omudi said that Fiame Posse bill na nanko or they call parliament. Nank ye the office of the special prosecutor every hono. Uncle for condemn me to the point that President Mahama had to call them to order to stop Fifi Kwete. The arguments against the two or just say some move no more. They didn't involve the party, they didn't consult the party. But the family say, or more yes, I say, or more they strengthen the fight against corruption. Does it make sense to you?
Well, it doesn't, because Office of the Special Prosecutor, what's the purpose?
Of fighting corruption.
Corruption. It is a whole repealing the act, money fighting corruption. Then how are you going to fight corruption with that office being dissolved?
No. Martin
I think they were using their emotions.
Yes.
They were just using their emotions to I mean, Martin has been somebody, in fact, a Democrat, Martin from the modern era. No?
Yeah.
I mean, he's playing his part.
Yeah.
But sometimes overreact.
Yeah.
So what I say, I don't know why special prosecutor one. What was the point?
So you invite
you call the media
team and ban now.
The media how's the office going to open?
No, you can't do that.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
And he knows that he was wrong.
Yeah.
And the office prosecutor was in his right to arrest him. And arresting us, he was giving his right to a lawyer, to attorney, and then for fair hearing. And what was the point? Say, we call try this private member bill. Say, you dissolve the office. Well, I don't know, but it wasn't the right thing to do.
But the famous what to say, you know more, you know. And yes, it be said the any can say be ahoya na say ayo mundi panti and I emotions no more the name no doing say na omo this bill neighbor said the bay betumi ahye ekwaye kwatia corruption no mukena wana me pass me say
and maybe say e kwan be na e fa so e say mukena office na o fight corruption no what the bill about say will be dissolve office no into we are office baby na dey go fighting for the corruption
say maybe you ko ni police na dey
you ko ni police ni e wo hodada and if you say baby no mind ko direction na emboa and you see office of the special prosecutor somewhere 2018 right office in the buy I think say the last time they did briefing no more prosecutor almost bear 9 a friend say cooperator they have been convicted and the office is working office crew na airbus buy. So what I say, clear President Mahama of any wrongdoing. At that time, no almost seen so like as if say BBI. I mean, it's the best office ever created because I invite KD Mahama. That even cry boy in a way to win his second bid to become a president again because airbag was really hanging on his neck. Maybe I could be an airbag. On the eve to election, and then the office of the special prosecutor just came out to say the office has cleared Ira Mahama from any wrongdoing. The same office now, most sorry no Kwasi Martin people there must say, hey, the office has to be closed down. A double standard, and I don't believe say is something I have to entertain.
Okay.
And then yes, sir, the NDC party now Kasano was able to reprimand them. Say what they did was not sanctioned by the party. They had no, locus of doing that. It was wrong.
Well, I read quite a catcher party secretary, Mr. Fifi Kweti. But Tapiamapo, in his defense, said that in hindsight, I agree we could have consulted better, but our actions were directed at strengthening anti-corruption institutions or the fight against corruption. I believe the fight against corruption should not exist on paper, but should be practicalized, and the OSP appears to be existing on paper, while other offices like Ioku and the Attorney General are actively fighting. That is his defense. The Opaso catch and say, it looks as if said the only officer or fighting corruption one year Juma OSP because one way Juma or Krataso. Where Juma or Krataso. Now, if I say, Paul Adomochne, Krata and a cochina and as independent cochino. Wound to me, Kobe, a Krata and a cochina and as independent cochino. Even Quabre Dubois, need any papai. Kenofurata etiabruti say you could train na cause the OSP so well I think say at some what quality area nisa afi yantoaso there are some few headlines here. I may not project them but I want us to look through them na yanko yenim say ensema aba ama yetifo bitima TB na otwi the publisher they have said just move order to pay APSL $33 million. Minority will defend democratic values. Afenyo Markins and Ekasa on the back page by the front page of the Ghanaian publisher. The Ghanaian Times, and so the Abase Parliament passed an appropriation bill and government to spend $357 1.1 billion Ghana cedis in 2028. After you got daily graphics here, Reverend Steve Wengam, I don't know, call a festival of 9 carols as there no. Also, there was a don't abuse power. We the of Penin and the man Penin Kasa. Reverend Wengam tells politicians and leaders don't abuse power. MPP flag bearer election. Kwabena Japan wins massive support. In fact, I've been trying hard to reach out to Kwabena Doctor, in fact, Engineer Kwabena Japan, but he had I wish say one of these days he also been in Nipa Bako. Also, I've been buying some rundowns to what is happening in their campaign. I don't know exactly where or winning massive support to know, but the Daily Statesman at the Abba say Kwabena Japan wins massive support. Well, with renewed hope and unity message. Well, Jimmy is here. He speaks for Brian, and maybe he has heard this, and then he will help us understand better. The new crusading guidance today about Iyoko apologizes to court for delays on the buffer stock case, and also the new crusading guide the Chronicle, and so the about say engineer Kwabena Japan gains ground in the north. Maybe the massive support is coming from the north. North wanga there's so move sir. Uzugo massive support to hold there. I say unya ni cry region B and I say some other places be there. Well, who goes into election and says I have no support, but massive there are no ordering. Just more construction order to pay 33.3 million US dollars as to Omode to Ashanti Port Services. Okay. I don't know about Cranse when you know. Daily guidance to the Abba, just Mudia no more can still $33 million in the court or Ashen no say Wankra inland port dispute, you know. I think say Ashanti Port Services Edibim just move a year before Amomu Ekutriemu $33.3 million. Hey, so that's this car any or my way mu. Sika a war my Mronyasem Kutua. Second stay, we have some other birthdays and so to give you. But let me introduce my brother Jimmy Boachi Ansa, who speaks for Brian. Jimmy, good morning.
Good morning.
Once again. Now, Matisse, who cried over heavy, and the papers report to say Kwabena Japan, who is one of your contenders, winning massive support. My finger baby to say the northern region say also are gaining grounds. What is it?
Kwasi mame and now I say na me fen jason komo bibia wajebre mo hwe my member abaso so or the mover wameki.
Yeah.
It takes courage and that tenacity in the system not to make some of these moves. And I'm praying and hoping say Nyankopon. I'm praying. I'm praying and hoping say Nyankopon a better washi. We say you started there, starting say yeah, the focus ra. You see you drew. Yeah. Me bompa is Nyankopon better washi. I fear your baba bisi.
Amen. Amen. Oh, then Nyamia sa no me bia so CJ so.
Oh, CJ so Nyankopon shira. Yeah. Say ono so no waka ho.
Yeah.
E wa no muntu awutu.
Yeah.
I mean, I think say ene no pa. Me say mo post to flyer bi on social media. Na mo ye nipa miensa. Na baba ko.
Ai, Gabi.
Ono so be yes. Yes, ono so ye mbona baso na.
Yeah.
We wish you the best of luck in the coming year.
Thank you.
We are praying and hoping say mobile expand na mako very very far across the continent. Nti yeda mo say for the platforms so amodi amaye. Ze muni won ma yenso so yeni ho. Yemi da wase. On the issue of the MPP
Engineer Japan,
yes, engineer Kwabena Japan, I believe he's a very fine candidate, but assembly person mekana me who the MCA mekano. He's out of the contest.
He's out of the contest.
Yes, he's part of the contest, but he's out.
He's not gaining any massive support.
No. To see the contest, no him pa dia ejenipa miensa so. Objectively, Dr. Brian Champon,
okay,
Iraq Kennedy Japan, and then Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Oh, you Dr. Richmond Film.
Yes.
I see. See you was more.
Yes.
Objectively,
anybody or follow this contest, or you're keen about issues running in this contest, will tell you that the three are the forerunners.
Give me, I said, oh, she bedroom now, oh, can say, I said, oh,
yeah. Me see, contest here, MPP presidential primaries on the 31st of January, 2023.
Yeah.
Nipa miensa na eko contest no.
Dr. Bray Champon, or Dr. Mahamu Baumia, Kennedy
Japan, yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So, Kwabreje is not gaining any massive support in the north. Not even in Ashanti.
Their campaign is not gaining roots. They are moving around, but you don't really feel the impact of their campaign.
I see.
And I'm being objective.
I can relate because as maybe we say CJ Netic Room. CJ, what is the Engineer Kwabreje campaign spokesperson?
No, I think say nipa nkasa do maybe say utie futu. At some point, Omar Kwabreje Japan, Obia Yahweh said, Kwabreje Japan, why waste money into this contest? For maybe back to the general secretary or chairmanship, people will support you because your leadership style, is more tilted to that area.
Yeah.
Okay. Administratively, no wait for you, man. And then you're sure saying massively could be the support of both all candidates across board to just come for the position of either chairman or maybe back to this secretaryship. But to fight for presidency there, I think it's far-fetched. But then again, the campaign said as at now, we've tried our best to know who speaks for him, who does this, who do this.
I don't have anybody.
It is more those information. Our doors are open for anybody to come here and represent him. As of now, we don't know.
Engineer Kwabreje Japan, on behalf of Afro City Extra, we want to know. I was asking, I think who was it? Kwame Dinkra or Kojumafu? One of them was interviewed Dalati back in the day. Say, Ashanti Region office why Papa did for the word to me and was who couldn't maybe a someone this year. Oh no. So maybe Jimmy is right because he said that he's being very frank with us. He hasn't seen Engineer Kwabreje Japan who make a move here. Then let's stick with you.
Yeah.
How far with Dr. Brian Champon's campaign now? Myself and CJ were in this studio last weekend. In fact, last week, you monitor the back-to-back interviews. Some functionaries of the MPP, especially Honorable Kennedy Japan, went on Monday, and then a Tuesday, Dr. Brian Champon was there, and then a Wednesday, Atache had to go there. I don't know who went there on Thursday, but Dr. Brian Champon and Ken, we know say and they are here boot for boot everywhere you go. What is it like now? Because to me and some of us observers, Dr. Brian Champon said, okay, I will start it slow, then you gain momentum and you go in.
Yeah.
I can see some momentum in his speeches, in his deliveries, in the way he represents the party, and overall how he conducts himself.
Yeah.
You are there. What now you chichi and the boy
Mami, and now I say, na menka say Dr. Brian Champon, the campaign is highly on course.
On course.
Yes, and the feat or the grounds that were gaining within the campaign, the message I could have upon.
Okay.
You see, it's a political party betina abemu for 8 years. Ebeyim puntu juma ayaye nyinachi. Na after say ye kwa abatu na hwe the kind of results are Ghana for the mine now.
Yeah.
Signify enema mienu.
Okay.
One, a unity. And then two, say a bema ya dwene akwa Ghana for us.
Yeah.
And know what they are looking for.
Okay.
I didn't Ghana for it. And I have a lot of analysis I'm person on your show.
Try.
You see, the NPP as a political party. As a year to traditions be
Traditions be today.
NPP and vice president in the president. Enye be that.
Or try not far because Dr. Aliu Mahama
very good.
Try on Dr. Mr.
So
Aliu Mahama Alaji.
Very good. So
engineer.
comparatively to our opposition party NDC, I him say we vice president one way or the other utimi femu kakra be di mampeni. There are instances, there are cases one man you bit me making reference to in our MPP. There's nothing like that. Is
it a written regulation somewhere say MPP as a party does not necessarily have to consider the vice president to replace the president. And as a by convention, you hand any be that.
There's no written regulation.
Okay.
Okay. And then at the back was somewhere a party in the say. You share about what ya kunyina.
Yeah.
A brack be mamin ke be shasi.
Yeah.
You the ballot boxes see what say Ghana for inchiro madwin.
Yeah.
About to ekɔ nanu. Di Ramamud Baumia koi.
Yeah.
And in about to yakwa ya reput up. And apart from see ya in a crown, assign as say the history and pattern of our political results.
I say.
Yes.
Okay.
Uko some of the campaigns, of course, some of the candidates some campaign on where. One of the statements of making is yeah, the Mampeni Kufo a commune. That is 96
and 2000. Yeah.
And Mampeni Kufo was
so Kwasi
Mensah.
Yeah.
In the Yema era, Mahmoud Baumia, another opportunity. To me, say, am I on a day?
Before Kwasi Mensah, 96, 2000, and 2004.
Very good.
All right.
So,
yeah.
I mean, before say you to me,
okay,
it was 2.
Yeah.
Am I on a day?
To me, no.
What is politics? We want to win political power.
Yeah.
Into the responsibility of the delegates is to select a winnable candidate.
All right.
Ubetimi akoto aba eyi candidate aba. Thinking say candidate we ubetimi win election ama. But until so don't be elections album say results now open on sanka. And yes on sanka keke. On sanka no asa ebu abem. And I'm telling you, looking at the results we had last year, MPP any hope in 2028.
As in 4 million against 6 million, about 2 million difference.
Yes, a far, very, very far. 92. Yeah, the era, Professor Edubois.
Yeah.
And a co-elections.
I was about 11 years old. I don't remember much.
Yes. Yeah, didn't co-elections. We have 1.2 million votes.
Yeah.
Yen party for ni anje ho yentu ya wene power
and the number of power we
yes,
roll is 92
very good
but constitution 4 months ago
because na yenim say anka democracy aba Ghana for na rollins di omoso no
yeah okay beza afuno yendi no
very good nti omko chiro madwen no na yenim say nka candidate na yede na ikono in our first election I practice democracy Ghana for ko chiro madwen ne de nkan komodia akoso demonstrations akoso nyina no the Ghanaian
translate into votes.
Very good. Yeah, the Professor Dubois in the coy in 1.2 million.
President Mills President Rollins in
I don't have the figures for the NDC, but I want to stay put with the vote for the MPP.
Please continue.
1996, unim say you Professor Dubois as presenting himself. Say MPP in you know. They have call election 1996 no. But delegates no among choosing be they went in for President Kufuor. I didn't hear because they felt like say there should be an increase in the nominal votes that are
President Rollins is in 2.3 million.
Very good, 2.3 million.
That's so much more.
Very good.
1.2.
Say the worry no
1 million difference.
Yes, the worry no be 2.3. Now we be 1.2 say Udian Crowchem half. Very good. So the delegates of the party decided say it work obako.
Yeah.
In time for one day. And go be.
You said the delegates?
Yes, the delegates they decided.
Was it a campaign message of one of them? Ladies Kufuor, who contested him? I think Kufuor and Nanado and the Aprakus. Were they also part of the people who were saying, Professor, as when they were going about campaigning in the various constituencies, no one count message and say, my professor could be because when you see my say after some way campaign we are moving for winning and way so and they be the reason I'm moving so the two do and say want to me more than say 1.5.
Because when we say a very good question, I would be objective.
Yeah,
I was not there.
Yeah,
but the fact is that to me and Amayoko Airpen.
Dubai to me.
Dubai to me and to me. Okay. 1992.
Okay.
And after so presenting himself for 1996, the party decided that they will not give him the opportunity.
Yeah.
It was the party people.
I get that part.
The history in Zambia in their campaign is neither here nor there. Say, ye file ubinko bakoda, ye do beko bakoda. Usiki a re-election na Ghana form for Tuminaman. The party people, the delegates.
Yeah.
And there's an example. And there is also an example, say, Ubiko the first time or Renee.
Who was that?
Yeah, Mahama.
The situation, the exigencies.
Apart from Mahama Krani, Buzi and other people, their first election, they won.
All right.
What you say?
Yeah.
So there are a lot of instances I can see a man, you beat me a man one after the other. 96. The intention of the party people, the intention of President Kufuor Bayern, they achieved it.
Okay. They won the power eventually.
No, they didn't
not
win
in
the
96,
power,
okay.
but they were able to appreciate
The votes, the number of votes that they got.
From 1.2 million to 2.8 million. Because opposition party, and I said the party in government then in 92, when you're saying 2.3.
Yeah.
So if you bring in a new candidate, that candidate to maybe increase votes, look at 2.8.
Yeah.
It means the candidate is good.
Yeah.
And that time, no, not gonna phone him Kufuor. Now you're trying that.
That's social media anyhow.
Very good.
At TV stations here one as a
very good, very good. But with his first election, with his first appearance, he was able to increase the party's vote.
All right. You hold on for me. Hold on there for me. I'm a historian. Oh no, I think he was about 42 in 92. Some interesting analysis be. Now let me ask you, as a mate and senior man, what happened in MPP 92? 1.2 against 2.3 for Chairman Rawlings. Then the party deciding to go for a new candidate instead of, if like, the old flag bearer, even though they didn't secure the power, but they appreciated their vote. But the me pass me when say, Odre say it was in the psyche of the party people say Professor Dubois must be changed because while Mayan votes, he must be changed because when to me I near power, I'm free Rollins in some I'm MPP, NT and 26 almost sano. And I say business as usual, you call contest and about we imagine winner. Would the OT room had the ABA, Bantima for MPP for EFA, or mobile to me at what if be happy?
Well, I think yeah, distorted history kakra based on analysis.
Right, Jimmy,
you know.
Which part?
Okay, one, the 1992 election was not much of an election. Okay. Ballot
rubber stamp
what
election.
I said, just say, there were ballot box at the top and opaque. Where my friend is saying. The process leading to the election.
ID card they did too.
ID card.
No photo.
That's part of the process leading to the election. KGTI, Satam KGTI, old KGTI. Tear gas throughout from morning to evening.
On the day of election.
On the day of election, tear gas throughout. So there was no any proper election held at that time. And coming back to a question, it was again Junior Jesus against Edubuahi. Who bonded? One who contested Junior Jesus
had been around since 1979.
Of course. And that time the Junior Jesus was really in his peak.
Yeah.
Again, Kufuor, coming back to Kufuor
in 96.
Or I would say Edubuahi. It wasn't much of say because Edubuahi didn't make much of votes. It was much more of sometimes Obekaya. It was much more of cosmetics, the looks.
Okay.
It's like me and say what has to say yes contesting for Jimmy is going to win. You understand that?
Yeah.
At that time, that was really it wasn't about economics, it wasn't about the numbers, it wasn't about who is doing well, it was about the looks. Kufuor, the round eye, gentle giant, TikTok. Who was Edubuahi then?
Why is it
you understand that? And let's situate this issue
all right.
in the right perspective.
All right.
Say wasn't so much about say Dubuahin didn't perform well.
Okay.
Because Dubuahin against Rollins was really not much of a contest.
Okay.
Junior Jesus, who contest Junior Jesus and win? No one was going to win.
No one was
going to win. Let me put that on record.
Jimmy, now you get it. This is some of the old people who are almost the American. I want you to continue from there.
I understand perfectly.
Okay.
The point is coming from. But you see, the facts in what I was making was that there are results and the local electoral commissioner among for beauty, go for beauty and attach here. A documented results and where you talk baby a free BB print sheet, a free BB coalition sheet, a free BB national year they declare results and I'm boy.
Yeah.
When you go to the internet, you go.
It's all about the data.
It's about data and figures.
Okay.
But the fact is that, and I want to stick to the fact, is that the MPP as a political party, the difference we had in 1992, okay, and the figure we had in 1996, it tells you something.
It justifies the change in
the change in the candidates.
Okay.
And now, when President Kufuor came on board as a fresh candidate, one way or the other, the effect in another party for no reason, they had it.
All right.
And you see, at times, you know, there are other factors that among for be consider. Say, na minia can be about President Kufuor, na who affair ne.
Very
good. A city, he played a role, a factor. You to me can say we would do away with, but it was also the reason why Dubois' re-election for 1996, it became difficult.
Yeah, okay. There was a better candidate.
What you see? Indeed, maybe a common I could do. Me come and I could say that statement. And I'm for say my way to my way three.
It doesn't fly.
And political.
Okay.
Ubia Kobako ya man on next opportunity. Again, year 2000. President Kufuor increasing from 2.8 to 3.6 million
to secure the win
for the party
against the ruling vice president.
Very good. So that time you who's after the political party.
All right.
You need to mean. And that is the main objective of every political party.
Every political party. Because in this instance, it looks as if the NDC does not follow this logic. Because the NDC in President Mills in 2000, even though he was a sitting vice president, like Bawumia Safed in the last election, President Mills was the vice president. Rollins was his president. People felt that, say, Rollins knew the NDC felt that if Rollins is leaving, Atta Mills is best to continue. In fact, Rollins made sure that he declared Atta Mills to continue after him. And Mills ni Kufuor the face. So Kufuor had never been in power, not anywhere near vice presidency or the presidency, but he was able to take Mills down. The NDC did not reject him. They brought him back in 2004. Even then, his vote, maybe if he appreciated it, means the number of voters na akosoro kakra, but he lost. They did not reject him. They brought him back in 2008, and this time, Professor Mills won against what the life necker is and can I don't know what is a geologic near. Also, the Mills to two rollers and cousin Nanado who in 2008. Mills was stout, not Samuel Satan Nayarabia, Memagina so tinting grab her in Sound you Shifugua and the food then will grant us go to her. Now, her Nana crying on the food name, Massa, or the Satans knows I would treat me. Yeah. It's not a Mills who are fascinating, Nana.
Not just that, there was a tag for Kufuor to say, oh, he had that or arrogant and what you see. And he wasn't just that time cosmetics.
Okay.
But that time, no, Mills, like Obi who said, the humbleness, like a professor, I mean, down to earth, and then against Obia, if you say, oh, he had that, I mean, the propaganda was working.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. And another campaign, he was not really.
No, he was rallying. There was a rally. And he made a first of all, he said, Mama, what I say, he was using musicians, big platforms, stages, billboards. So also another convoy. I mean, he was not. Mills was going door to door. I mean, what I said, he was really appealing to the friends and grassroots.
Yeah.
And that time so I mean Obia will say, Papa with the man a chance after all, we will be a I mean or da form. But the Kufa do win here that Tinya or boy.
The campaign, you're going to here for campaign. I get that. Now let's go back. So your talking point is that Dr. Bawumia could not secure the power in 2024. The logic that somebody in 92 or say 96 was presented twice, Nanado was presented 3 times, should not be a campaign message in 2025 with all these agencies around and with these fine gentlemen coming on board to contest. Continue from there.
Again, I want to make another statement. No new candidate, no new candidate being introduced by the MPP had ever decreased our votes other than Bawumia.
Yeah.
Candidates beer the number fresh beer ni one ma obaya obeti.
Those are 4 years before.
No, it's only been about 4 years. Looking at the political history of the MPP from 1992 up to 2020, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is the only candidate who reduce the historical votes you're obtaining every election year presidentially. He's the only candidate.
I see.
And the manager is shocking crying say the reduction or the decrease has been drastic.
Very.
So recently I sent for a promo be. So
yeah.
You share President Kufuor then as a new candidate. The previous election
he got twice the number of votes he got.
So Senate President Kufuor is seeking for re-election. He had some grounds. After President Kufuor, he had the Mampeni Kufuor Dubai.
Yeah.
In 2008.
Yeah.
We have 4.5 million votes.
As I know, I had those in the currently.
The same 4.5 million votes. President Kufuor in 2004. So he did not reduce or decrease.
And people say President Kufuor he did not involve himself in another's campaign.
Because that time the assumption was that he was with Alan.
Okay. So this was a Kufuor on his own, without state resources or without establishment resources, pulling the number of votes President Kufuor got.
As a fresh candidate,
as a fresh
candidate. He never reduced.
And Nana had been in political scene for a long time.
It doesn't matter.
Even when Rollins was Rollins. Nana was one of the outspoken critics of Rollins.
It still doesn't matter.
I see.
We have presented Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia for 5 general elections. 5.
3 times as running mate.
4 times as running mate.
And then one time as the
as a flag bearer.
Okay.
In 2008, in 2012, in 2016.
So she stood better chance than even Nanado.
Very good.
Okay.
You get the optics and the
I'm
facts.
Following.
And you share Mampeni Kufuor. He's seeking for re-election in 2012. Okay, there was nobody anyone between me say the first opportunity I had who distorted the history of the party when you see your votes. So we went ahead to give him another opportunity in 2012.
Okay.
Even with that, we won.
Yeah.
But on the parliamentary,
he didn't win.
Okay. We had the court. My court, it really. Okay, but we
are born down on Munamulusi, and I must want to say, and I'm on the court. Namusa twice.
Yeah. So even we lost that election.
Yeah.
But nominally, your votes no.
The number of figures now
it increased. And he's seeking for re-election or picking votes no. In 2004, President Kufuor was 4.5 million.
Yeah.
In 2008, he didn't decrease it.
Yeah.
He maintained it at that peak now, 4.5 million.
Okay.
We gave him another opportunity. He took it to 5.2 million
in 2012.
Okay. And then in 2016, he just increased the 5.2 to 5.8.
Yeah.
And then we won power.
Yeah, with over 1 million margin.
Surprisingly, after 4 years of MPP winning power in 2016, he also increased it again with even COVID-19 from
2020.
From 5.8 million to 6.7 million.
Even with after COVID.
Yes. And you realize that during that time, PSHS for no maso aba.
Yeah.
You have beti or moswa.
Yeah.
You could register on secondary school. No?
Yeah.
Until during December 7th, no, then Kolani Nina could defeat. And there are a lot of people because of COVID-19, they did not even come out to vote. Even with that, he increased it from 5.8 million to 6.7 million. So I want to ask you a simple question.
Yeah.
So what did you say? NPP as a political party, Nanka Mampani Akufo opportunity for a re-election in 2024. And can you vote on about 4.8 million?
I doubt.
Very good. So that should tell you that there was a problem with the candidate.
Let me ask CJ the same question you asked me. CJ, where Nanado the projection, the trajectory from say 2012, no, the free 2016 or winning or 2020 was saying because say enka we are theorizing, we are hypothesizing. Enka we so be 2024 say man kwanza obeko bia ujiri say enka de ba omia puli enka na be puli sa.
No, he was going to pull even far less.
Na be pull far less than
yes,
omia.
Mami can say much.
Right.
You can go back to 2012, the analysis that he was doing, Jimmy was doing. If not for the sake of, say, a core election petition after the election 2012, there was no way we would have presented Akufo-Addo for the 2016 election.
A court or the
Exactly. And then who made it so? It was Bawumia.
In court.
Bawumia stood in the box. And then after Bawumia presentation, cross-examination, whatever was done, we first said the verdict is a stolen verdict. Because right after 2012, trust me, people were just tired of the man Akufo-Addo.
That's true.
Yeah, because if
the
you
rest
say
of the campaign
the clear cut and Kwade winning was 208, and then you threw it away. The amount of chance in 2012 to win.
And that's
one team win. But after the the election petition, then we felt say no. I mean, the man did his best. But Hansen and my who all this, it was Bahomia.
Yeah.
And that's another dynamic. I was a factor.
Well, and again, also, so okay, continue.
No.
So me follow between 2012 to 2016, no, about 80% of the Akufo-Addo's campaign rested on Bawumia.
Of course.
Was it a deliberate decision by the party or by Akufo-Addo or why?
You see, at that time, no, it was one, the court appearance, two, the propaganda of Akufo-Addo being arrogant, it was still there. Until we hear Akufo-Addo the face, people are not going to buy it to say all of a sudden, no, somebody you feel so wabeya brew one say and all that. Until people are not buying into the fact say Obia who say we say no, all of a sudden no, or down to earth. Until they will say Yama Bawumia made the face of the campaign.
Yeah.
Then it worked.
Yeah.
Really, really worked. Over there from the north, I mean, he sweeping the winning so much seat and he winning big crampoda.
Yeah.
I mean, MPP winning big crampoda.
Yeah.
And then you see the numbers were way up there. Then again, President Mahama lost by almost 1 million votes. They didn't see that. Said in a year, Bawumia say
1.7 million votes.
He sitting president lost by 1 million votes. That had never happened before. And MPP for at some point, there's some transfer musuya no ba kakra bi so free. NDC for no say then the work came out almost say about parliamentary. Omagini na micro minority na.
Omadi abase so munya bantima city.
Yes, what I said. And then and also Nancheno, look at the margin obi olusu by 1 million votes. Won 1.7.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And at some point they say me who say it do not be say a rest history kakra. They use logic. Now you can say okay. This that inti. If you say you present this candidate, he's in a better position to win.
Okay.
But so much of history and all that, I don't think that these Gen Zs will allow the history to fly.
Okay. Now he has brought me to you.
Yes, and I want to continue from
Very
where
well.
he ended.
But you have to end with this say. So who can do in area? Fatwa said, why do you think Brian is the game changer as we sit here?
Very good.
All right.
He or Landy on the how he believes that we should focus on logic and not history. You see, history will tell you that from the onwan kasana wakan.
Yeah.
Say, nipa no bear face in him. And I yet we win some CCV in the north.
Especially in 2012.
Very good.
Yeah.
And consistently, he being a running mate, I appreciate some votes in the north.
Eventually, we lost all of that in 2024.
Wait. So I want to give him the logic that he wants us to look at. Because we have taken a good look at the logic. I'm not just a communicator. I'm a research officer for my constituency.
Yeah, I trust you on that.
And in the 2020 election, I was part of the research team for the region.
I know your works.
So,
in fact, I think for Jimmy works now, it's open. If you go on Facebook on his own page, Jimmy Boachias, his Jimmy is G. As you can see on the shirt, Jimmy, and the Boachi is Boachie. Is it hyphenated?
Hyphenated,
yes,
yeah.
It's a page.
Yeah,
I follow him.
Yeah.
A lot of his materials are still there.
So we are all asking ourselves, and we're not here. We have to ask ourselves questions and do a lot of analysis.
And since a while, ask yourself a lot of questions and a lot of analysis. Why do you think right now the MPP is better off with Dr. Brian Champong and not the other four?
We see, me a member of the communications team in Ashanti
that's
region.
a fact.
I've done communication close to about 15 years.
Wow.
Sure. Adia or communication when say only opponents ethic platforms so now we raise an issue be at their battle deep inside your heart. Someone pay can uni bibi a can no. In fact, the all can no correct. Last year, elections na
yeah.
There were a lot of issues about infightings.
Infightings. Okay.
Between Hira Mahmoud Baumia and Hira Kennedy Japan.
Was it between the two or it was one-sided?
Whether it wasn't one-sided.
Just to tango. One was not tango.
It wasn't one-sided.
Okay.
It was between the two.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. And objectively, and this need between me a paraphrase, a comment from Sabia Kennedy in Kofo, Assembia Kennedy in Wankasa, and an in Kofo Katia Ramamud Baumian, and as Assembia Kennedy in Kofo, a Kandiafa MPP form, putting them in a certain picture. And today, what we are all observing, so between being an okase, you could be between home.
Hey, not even everything.
Ubi so sad to a man, and the other one say, Baku chere, epilepsy. And these issues are the very issues that in 2028 our opponents will play it.
Yeah.
Winning election, no. The formula is very easy.
Yeah.
You need your base plus the floating voters.
Especially the floating voters.
Until we a political party now elections, you don't just need a message. You need a message against your opponent for the floating voters.
Okay.
I want to repeat this.
Yeah.
You need a message against your opponent for the floating voters. But because of the messages now,
way to my way
now opponent all bono.
Yeah.
Last year, do you know one thing that they did?
Yeah.
And I applaud them. You know, this for you. Formula you on now will be the show out. Who teach now how to say
or independent smart.
Formula you need. You say you're a pantina program no. I'm for shepa.
Yeah.
Until right after you're a pan. Or you're a pan antenna show no. About 30 minutes as a 1 hour. It by the time antenna be no viewers, no listeners, no so. Until that period, no more the ball. The issues are we can't away, and normally play. They were not campaigning their policies.
Yeah.
They were playing those things.
The voices of Ken's camp and Baumia's camp.
So consistently, Nipa no a floating voter, only MPP, only NDC. You be also on radio, so could antenna, your antenna, and answer no. You run it through.
MPP for the job.
It makes your party unattractive.
That's a fact.
Until you baby na fede. You heard people saying, say, oh, Abano crying koto. I say me, obi to me share on no catch us me, be MPP nipa. Mean to me koto Abano Mendis. The mean P crown Makwede.
You heard it was you 2 banner when the mean P crown.
Objectively, no, you 2 Abanu. Ubinya 6.5 million.
Yeah.
When you're 4.8 million.
Yeah. And MP. Very well. Now
again, I'm adding another one.
Okay.
There are polling stations up in the north. MPP had zeros. In the political history of a country, it means that. But when you raise some of these issues, you hear some people from our side and the Baumia side saying, "Oh, Mama Krasunya saying there is an But yes, still,
is it true? So
they had 6.5 million votes,
and they got more seats, parliamentary seats.
Very good.
Yeah.
And the surprising thing is that you see, a bredu, so you another flag bearer for our party. You see, Oti hey, at our program, at our went to answer Amba himself of a bit my program.
Yeah.
To tell you that if you die today,
this program will continue,
and it might even be more successful
than it is now.
Yeah. The opportunity that you seek to position this Afro City extra at that pedestal, even in your absence, it might become better.
Yeah, it has to.
When President Kufuor was leaving office, there was a popular slogan.
Alan
be president.
Debut.
Mpacho, Kufuor be president. Alan Wanya minister.
The minister, trade minister, solid.
For how many years?
7 years straight.
7.5.
So it should tell you that. It should tell you that.
So you resign 6 months to elections. Okay, 7.5, solid.
And idea back open the man had the possible. You know what the girl?
Yeah. Power.
To me.
Yeah.
It was because
the party had gotten the power.
And your power.
Yeah.
I support Dr. Brian Champon.
Yeah.
Because we need somebody who can win the NPP political power.
Good. That was where I was coming to, because according to Dr. Brian Champon, with his sitting with I think our brother Oseibosu of Asempa FM, his argument was this: CJ Mpacho TV. Dr. Brian say, Nanka ompase obebem. Said the Ehunisu Jinemutin. But said the okay. Oshe asumesi company asumesi camp. Ada papa, ada petra. Omu twa wo mo ho. We sorry a na wakeka we agusu we sorry na wakeka no. Osese wa hwe no ama mepam wo mu mienu emfiri ho a. Enkrofo mienu ada penti no. 2028 MPP enya message bia.
Yeah.
Don't you think say if indeed it's about the party securing power in say 2028 and knowing Dr. Brian Champon having been a financier, one of the biggest financiers of Dr. Baumia's campaign, in just 2-3 years ago, 2023, our party in the primary, Brian was the bankroller for Baumia to a large extent. Baumia openly acknowledged that. Couldn't he have used his influence, and he's very good friends with Ken as well, being mates in parliament and all. Couldn't he have used his influence as a young man, a financier, and one of the most respected, gentlemen in the party? Nanka resolve almost so-called, almost seeming impersonal. Nanka since on why bem kaseme by contest the map now doing some call yes, I be an answer or try cry and I say the best I say dear, my memory power influence and Nami.
Kwasi.
Yeah.
Dr. Brian Champon is a businessman.
He is, yeah. Astute one.
One of the most successful businessmen in this country.
Yeah.
With the largest hotel facility in Africa.
Is there we be our largest because it can't be in the coastal no, it's largest in West Africa. And a Brian hotel no is largest in Africa.
Can get them maintain.
To us.
And so far so good. He's the only individual, one person who see airport across Africa.
Yeah.
I've not heard any individual be, I would say, who see an international airport.
And your mind idea.
I want to say yes. We are the Bama minor.
Of course, he can use it.
Very good.
Yeah.
So it tells you the caliber of person. Oh yeah. He seeks results.
Yeah.
Me too can just say, "Meti hey, mako faili paper, mako ma bedin kwa sasa no faili me results ah. One ma miska mako receipt. O ti ase. Na masan ba say, ma miska na misan ko check. O de Bama me. Especially knowing say,
some do ko told you.
Some me be kachire wo no. Asema yira Mahmoud Bawumia kachire Brian. Inte ma Brian jina so a. Or yeah, that bank ruling the ma yira Mahmoud Bawumia. Even yira Kennedy Japan. The campaign or the boy yira Mahmoud Bawumia, and he also supported Iraken.
I heard that.
What you say?
Yeah.
So, to me no free say.
It's a party in general.
Party in general no ba boa. Ira Mahmoud Bawumia ama waje.
Yeah.
But who call you no? And somehow kind and see it's and I speak with passion with this issue. Say all of us, we knew that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia coming from the north. Anka anya shikra party never protocrana. We would have maintained certain seats in the north.
Yeah.
We would have gotten some votes in the north.
Yeah. And especially the Muslim community.
But ankwaya sa. Nti nyina so a ode ba ya. Is it prime minister yakotu ye. Some of us we sir 3 months program aye no was some pay. Possibility hour.
Yeah. I remember.
We received nothing. We did it out of our own will.
Yeah.
Not for main election.
Not
for obvious one, but I want you to also understand the trust and the passion we had in him as a candidate.
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
And he failed.
Okay. Okay, you hold on there.
Let me end on that. And to say in Wako. And you say, be a Lucy and maybe you're maintaining the result at a certain peak. Maybe be a result in the down. It cannot be to me for 4 years. Yeah, I love analysis. We make cancer sim will be to me for 4 years.
Overcome
the votes
1.7 million votes.
What you say? Votes are in this 6.5 million.
People are saying a person now or secure votes will mind this, that person is not expected to contest in the coming election year 2020.
It's good.
But
It's
is going to be.
It's good. You are even bringing out more points.
Yes.
He's not going to contest in 2008, 2028. Sorry, but the fact is that 2016 elections are quiet. 2012. 2008. I'm paying Kufado. Or the one record Nekoi. Very good.
Yeah.
We had John Draman Mahamayan. Objectively. Nipo will take you over.
Or the record.
So, I want to state this. You don't need to become the president before you can do what you want the country to benefit from.
All right.
After all, Mahmoud Bawumia is the vice president.
Yeah.
Or a lot of successes and contributions to the Akufo-Addo administration. Was he the president?
No.
So we need a candidate that can win power. The last time General Secretary Babontin Bekan said Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia coming out to accept to say why he was even doing it on the Saturday evening. And or suggested say at least the next morning
10 o'clock.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. So it tells you that it was a candidate problem. We were looking at the seats we had in Parliament. Say Sanko declare no Saturday na relatively to statement.
50.
What is here? Because we were still doing coalition. We had our party's coalition. It was highly effective. I'm an election officer for Nshaya, so I understand the coalition that we had as a party. But the law states that electoral commission and a year referee.
They have about 72 hours or so.
Very good. So we allow them. That is democracy.
All right. You hold on there. And let me bring in senior man. TJ. Brian argument here. I think a spokesperson here has been.
Okay, let me add a little about the main reason. You see, I can't move, and I say, be bremo, to Triani, your name, ya, or Patafo, Untuminjana Bakwichi, and I'm born.
With the
Abba. So if you want to settle or bring unity or make amends,
one must concede.
No, one has a position.
Yes.
You should be in the middle. You should be in the middle before you can bring both sides together.
Yeah.
The left
and the right.
And the right. You see, God in his own wisdom has not been unfair to the MPP and then the delegates at large. You see, when they went for the ballot and Dr. Brandon Champon selected 2, it portrayed a strong signal to the delegates of our party.
Numerology na here.
Before the balloting,
Yeah,
it was everywhere that he's a unifier, and not just a unifier. He has demonstrated before. He has done it before. Within the rank and file of our party, he is the only person who was able to approach Kennedy in Japan and bring him on board to support the Mahmoud Bawumia's campaign
in the 2024. Was Kennedy Japan involved in Mahmoud Bawumia? I saw him following Napo.
Even when they came to Swami magazine.
Okay,
he was part of the team.
I see.
Okay, so he was the only person that could sit Kennedy Japan down. He has demonstrated that he's a unifier. One, he's courageous and decisive.
A former soldier, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
The discipline is there. The discipline is there. If you look at our party today, okay, the indiscipline is not even with the grassroots.
No,
you see a national,
the grass itself.
Original chairman. Okay, so we need somebody who can command discipline.
Okay,
somebody who is courageous.
Yeah.
Okay, and a lot of people make comments about the statement he made at the Eastern region, where he made it categorically clear that we will not hand over power. Okay, I believe that it's a bold statement that anybody, any leader that wants to encourage and push his grassroots to that limit of working themselves out to take power. Okay, these are some of the things you tell your people.
Okay.
It does not necessarily mean that you're going to use classes and other things to.
I get that. CJ, look at this. So here, Unyabema Jimmy, and some Okafa Brian, a lot of them, of course, they make sense, and they are also backed by somebody who say facts. You know, some of the incidents say, oh yeah, bankroller, oh yeah, unifier, trying to, because Ken and the others, you know, say at the point, Brian had to come in to resolve some of their own impasses near the day, and the problem with candidates, said the Brian Camp, I think the Brian Camp and then Kennedy's camp, they are quite consistent with the problem of candidature. Said the candidates the MPP presented in 2024 contributed to some of that now, with our little experience, politics, do you see that say MPP for a bold said they Ken and Brian say Omuma Baumia, there's a mood manessing chain, a momentumano, Omontuma Mumbako. Now Brian is here, so let's use Brian. Omontuma Brian. The Brian candidature will be that kind of force that will unite the NPP to the point that say 1.7 deficit, so more MBT Krana. Across, let's say 1 million, aka 77 national, maybe 2020, 2032, no, maybe and no everyone. And now I say, oh yeah, more traditionalists now, I think say, Yanko, Anya, Nafi, Hundia because near the first time MPP presented one candidate 3 or 4 times, anybody. What would you say to them?
Well, first of all, JFK Kasano, he made a comment say about my person concede like on the Saturday after evening. No, I believe that's not what JFK can exactly. What he said was say it was a collective decision.
Yeah.
Then in fact, Naibi Mukra was urging say in that Saturday evening to calm nerves down, to calm tempers down. No, better say doctor just conceding that. And what the MPP got wrong that time, they said they were blindsided by the fact that they overtrusted the IGP then. So which might handle the security of the
across the various collision centers.
Because then Baumia concession affected parliamentary. Because over here, the returning officer for parliamentary is done at the polling station, right? It's only the presidential that is done at the EC headquarters.
Yeah.
It be a 2 bar, you parliamentary candidate who wins
on the day now.
On the day of the election, on the moment of the election.
Yeah.
But what happened is because NPP over-trusted, if that is a word, that they then
IGP
Dampare. So they dismantled their internal security, and then because of almost say vigilantism and all that, anti-vigilantism bill and all that, no one so and share those people no more power, no one show so they had no security. I don't think Baumia concession contributed to them losing.
But also, a bit more as I say, or they share aqua agane.
Yes,
I want to situate it well.
Correct.
But the penina and as audition now over Becono. One day, Johnny, any I cano, you know, any. So that's it. Say penina and I say more bond dom sell medio minimum. On what in Camba say, or corner econo. You didn't go. By a didn't go, it means is a ye lose or no our call program penino power no way nya and wababontia because way nya dear. What's a bema will be all town and I said the old cheaper and I said do all running after you know say Aquana Yabrenti we have to quicken our pace and overtake them. Well, because Emra well the Enco Bible Kakra Emra David a try go legit no. Also Philistine for the own Egane because Panini in the Ekano. Isn't penny for say or charity at Daka Ayahoma. So to some extent, because I was also at the coalition center somewhere and I was calling my other friends in media in other places, I want to say for some reason and I do not kasana ni yanko baby akrano. The way I not especially NDC supporters pass Omubura Akrofrum Omura ho Akrofrum as Omujekra Asokwa Jansen we all heard what happened. Even in Odotobri, which is predominantly MPP.
In our constituency, they made an attempt to
enter
the party's coalition
center.
Yes.
MPP coalition center.
Yeah.
And then this is for
yeah.
So the next morning now, by 10 o'clock in the morning, the flag bearer had come out on live TV to announce, of course, in the company of some of these party executives in the day. Is it not throwing the towel, say, as a Okomo boxing now, coach at the towel? And I know why you already saw the the fight is over. When you say no more, maybe I'm not blaming Baumia as a person, but I think say whether collective or individual, that decision should be looked into the next time.
Well, I don't hold brief for Baumia. I don't speak for Baumia. In fact, I've never bet him before. But but the man can say all things being equal.
Yeah.
Parliamentary body by close of the night, should have been declared at the polling station. It comes back to say, more farm internal security seriously.
Okay.
And yes, election loss is election loss. Baumia, you know, TTV who your polling station, your crossbody who said the election is lost. Until why hold on to straw and people die and all that? You see, again, me feel say nobody be brave or no. I think say the report. But Kokwe report needs to be out there for people to read from it. Now you say at the time on the day of election, what happened? What went wrong? After the election, what went wrong? Because election we don't lose it. It wasn't just on the day one. Though.
Yeah.
There are a lot of factors. But on the day of election, they lost most of the election based on after election, the coalition centers. They lost most of the especially on most of their seats, because I mean, electoral commission representative
yes.
He's just an individual. Sometimes it takes the next 4 years election for fra. And he eventually see
True.
Until he will not risk his life.
Yeah.
What I say,
protect
just to
party
protect a party losing a lost battle.
Yes.
So I believe say no be in free this their defeat, and then coming back to Brian being in the middle. I don't think there's a middle ground in this situation.
Okay.
So Brian wins this election. There's going to be Team Brian.
Yeah.
There's going to be Team Bob. The faction is going to be three. In fact, three factions.
Do you expect they will cooperate afterwards?
No, they didn't. No. There's not going to be any cooperation
because
they have the dirtiest of internal campaign. This even last campaign was even less than this. It's even dirtier now.
Yeah, very
dirtier now.
Very.
I want to say that means that Brian Kasai, but from UTV and then Asempano, he's also speaking for himself. So
he also spoke to Adomochiri.
What I say, and then he's punching the others.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, none of them is telling us what is coming to do for the delegates. But it's trying to weaken the other candidate. Baumia is weakening the other candidate.
Yeah.
Brian is weakening the other candidate.
Yeah.
And then Kenneth is also weakening the other
giving
candidate.
everybody shoulder.
I'm telling you, any of them or Winnie is going to be 3 fashions. It's no longer going to be 2 fashions.
I see. Jimmy, do you foresee that? Because one thing I can exonerate Brian, he doesn't belong to any faction.
Yes.
He's more of MPP. In fact, his recent 3 pronouncements says I really wish that he succeeds in what he's doing, because it looks as if right now he is actually the one blowing the peace pipe.
Yes.
As a matter of fact.
Yes.
But the CJ Karazono, don't throw it away, because nobody expected the faction to develop after the 2023 primaries. But it developed. If for nothing at all, between Baumia's camp and Kennedy Upon camp on a day, in fact, it's so vicious. Say, Tabako, or no Hokasem, no Tadishima, Utumiji dan influence. Only Bibia.
Okay.
And as a whole social media, so now one Casawodiano, say, what Ken, now Ken say, one day seen to which my Bajigana na, Ubinya will be a free Baumia camp of a catcher, say, Uniagony. And now Bohumushu, Ekokase, Baumia, Ezuna, or ye the saint to which Maji, MPP, Ama Mangana, and one ton of swan. Ubin will be especially from Canada, Japan, so I catcher say, Wagony, in the fee. This is not funny. So should these men, Brian now being there, and then Ken, and then the Baumia, if Brian should win, what is the guarantee that Brian is going to bring not Baumia the person and Ken the person, but the supporting base now, or why is so precious as we speak? How is Brian going to team them up and rally them behind the MPP for 2020?
Thank you very much, Kwasi. Simple.
Okay. It would be very simple.
Yes, because Brian, any Ubian Tokwa.
That's one.
None of the candidates has issues with Brian.
That's one. That's two.
And I before sir, when you see us say Jumamani, only a tenant say, Pesi Bequacoca, Casachuchi.
Okay.
And I don't think some high Maca Casachuchi.
Among
Casamani.
Fantastic communicator.
Who say Ubia Sambia or Cambiano, or ye factual. Who tear as someone Nipane Kana, who say Nipana Samna or Kano. You might not agree with the person, but Ubun's are still Nipane Kana.
There's some substance.
Yes, there's substance in it.
Yeah.
And that is what he told us. And clearly, baby, a static campaign idea be it's hard to get a headline beer.
Yeah.
A beer, a diatem near basa from Brian Camp. No, you won't get that. And on one casason. Or see, Yama campaign we are in any issue base.
Yeah.
And another aspect of the messages I all can say, we should be able to address the issues that led us to where we are today. If we leave those issues hanging, it will continue to haunt us.
Okay.
Until only party for there are issues that he dives deeper for the party people to understand. Because one of the constituencies, many polling station focus, I mean, we almost say MPP presidential, none was able to tell me. Not the percentage, not the nominal.
Is it not because of your own, by your own, I mean, the party's own dubious way of campaign doing your that. Because obviously when you're 38%, obviously when you're 41%. So tomorrow if you meet some 18-year-old boy now who's as MPP, you're saying, he'll be talking between 48 and 32.
I don't think so he will be in the account. I know it's electoral commission.
Because the EC they got 41%. So
EC, no?
Yeah.
The original declaration was 38.
Was 38. So when the EC
with some outstanding.
But when he updated your bus, I don't know 40 something there. I don't know you people still stick to the 38 because 38 and this is for basically regional minister. Good morning.
It's one morning. Championing the 30. He keeps repeating
the original neck press of MPP.
But you remember, like we were saying, Muhammad lost by 1 million votes.
Yes.
So
and he was able to break it up in 8 years.
Yeah.
So don't discount the MPP just like that. But just to please don't let me lose your point. You are making it so much.
So because the Kenyan say Dr. Brandon Champon was setting the pace. And like he said it on one of the programs. I said, no. se ulusua uni bebiako.
Yeah, he said that.
And
that was welcoming to many
people.
Yes,
as a leader. And that is the reason why me didn't see a inch biasa. But you see, it's hard. He to me frame our phone so Jumana Moya was Santa Region presidential aspirant.
Yeah.
Me.
You are spokesperson. You are representing him here in the region.
So it was an opportunity to a lot of people. They've not been recognized in any way.
So you know those years are now your campaign member. You didn't have any special call.
Not even saying our program say crowd get you close, crowd be a handshake. No.
Then no, I don't know now.
Say the main man or we see then our get you close. So ya small say why you ma. What you say? Ndi bibi ni ono na bibi a besin so.
Please continue.
So baby na ya babu do no. I believe say it was a delegates the entire party fraternity. The opportunity no Dr. Brian Champon. Because I believe say a back courager, he has it. A bad discipliner, he has it. A bad decisiveness, he has it. And when you talk about his personal acumen, and Nema on one case what me din abrabaya is a clear example and evidence say giving the opportunity as a flag bearer.
All right.
This, you know, when you go into his constituency, say, yes, and Niama,
he's still the MP.
Yeah, he's still the member of parliament. Right. And Niama Papa Naya Wohonomono. Nika, you know, every year he gives the best teacher a car, the best nurse a car every year.
And look at how MP come on find
there are almost 60 years.
Yeah.
Or 13 shops.
Yeah.
Every month to be a provision. Could found near
free of charge.
Free of charge.
Wow.
And we a pregnant woman within his constituency. Oko war and Colana Niama or bucket no Niama free of charge. A free of charge.
I see.
And now we are 6 months that way. We make Seneng and free of charge.
Wow.
We a taxi driver within the constituency. Every year, be a coupon our jifu free.
Hold on there, because I don't even know where present here. What doing your but it's a good one for Brian there. How long has he been in Parliament? Barely 8 years or 12 years ago.
4 times.
Yeah, 4 times, 16. Mm-hmm. I see. Now 20.
And all unopposed.
Yeah. Wow. 80 years can you buy the cry? Maybe they are 20 years, but I cry you just almost station. When you make a let's acknowledge some people here. Our good friend Nana Nyantin. Nana is all the way in Germany. Nana Germany in the tree, Germany. Germany, Ubertree, Germany. Hona Akwasi Mensah Lumba European. Nana is watching us live. Say we are live and locked in. And Shaddai Amwatin Shade is back again. Say I side with Jimmy. That time MPP was popular in terms of policy MPP made. The whole organized labor organized demonstration against the party. So it was Baumia's fault. That is Shaddai Amwatin Shade. I remember he's all the way in South Africa. I'm watching good morning from Ghana, and thank you for tuning in. Jewel Asmo Banda is watching with us. Jewel, it's been a long time. Jewel, but you know, High Street, they say, well, portable. One of these days you have to pass here. Today we are just about leaving the studio. I want to see you somehow, maybe Wednesday. Because I admire the way you follow us everywhere. I've seen him on YouTube, I've seen him on TikTok, I've seen him here on Facebook. So I recommend same to you. Afro City Extra transmit live. It's exclusively social media channel. You can get us anywhere aside the social media. So Facebook, we are streaming live as we speak. Afro City Extra. This is hot in the morning. We are also streaming live on YouTube, and we are also streaming live on TikTok. Those of you who spend the time and data to watch our shorts on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook, we appreciate you, especially Moana, the microphone backroom, na ye pick street view, so I'm on DJ na school ya daje echechire mu echire amamfo ehu demo so mu gina no yatemonka enne nkomo we na nka pasa me de chance but really me Kumasi boy I really want this matter to die na ma awari jai no jai de amamfo che say awari ni kwa na oya ne ha dwen say TV so na wo de Jimmy Cliff ayu no betra and I'm happy no go for say see them na ma no as I am me I can see some the whole enterprise was depressing. I mean, what the hell? If we have divorce, why should you come on TV alone and be telling people you're happy when visibly you are not? And then say CJ and HD me and share pa Jimmy why maybe we have some 10 minutes to hit 12 o'clock. I am in the studio with Mr. Jimmy Boachiasa, the spokesperson for the Brian campaign, and our regular CJ Lewis. This is Hot in the Morning on Afro City Extra. Now, gentlemen, we don't have much time. But before say no, I mean, we not sending him CA, but see, find out from Jimmy exactly why he left our camp. Would you want to, comment on that?
I felt Dr. Brenda Champon would be a better option for the party to win power.
Was Brian Champon in the race in the last primaries?
No, he wasn't.
No, he was bankrolling Baumian then.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Please continue.
And giving the opportunity. Say, man, no. So when you're quite let me use this word. Say, say, the discipline is there.
So genuine.
You're so genuine.
Yeah.
But we have disciplined army officers
also.
So and he has everything that you want to see in a leader. And
when friend was so way now a fine gentleman because he has what they are saying to so the size of my brain.
And it's what I even me pay one here na kukudron.
Yeah.
See, we don't need to go into an election now. I say, obese never to Obama no macadam.
Not knowing what to expect.
Yes.
Okay.
So last year last election at DBC Nkofo be bradwin koso. It's still going on. Now we have a green army.
Green army.
Yes. The green army, when you are going into an election and your opposition party presents itself,
activate all cameras
as an army.
Okay.
I can't go for them.
Okay.
But we're Brian the champion.
Yeah.
Charlie.
That's to say, I'm in the army bad. Send any of mine and you're better than able to. Because I only but in telling more, I've grown out, we didn't want to name the army more, and I can say people so quibia. But at the time, and the far invisible force, the data forces in by no.
But I think I would say necessary evil.
You know what will happen?
Necessary evil.
When you
I will let you
present
finish on that.
a position on how courageous and ready you are as a political party when you leadership in na ebema obia nkwasa some opisi wudi no obe cool it down.
Okay. And
that gives way for free, fair and transparent elections.
All right, please hold on. Let's CJ come in here. CJ, you really believe say if the NDC now has something called Green Army, they don't wear uniform, but more masses of numbers of people are more doing say do election day, they must be vigilant from dawn to dusk. But simply bad TV, social media no trade, activate all body cams. But like I say, you really believe say MPP must have some army like that?
Yeah, some more green army. I believe some people should here be a blue Marines and as a blue Navy or something like that. Because going to election, as a now who say elections are won at the polling station, right? Now, once you man protective voter, who's going to protect it for you?
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah, and then you me who say the security agencies are not, you cannot fully trust them because also more limits. It's not about even trust. They have their limits. At some point, Oko guided the election. He has been told he can't go with a rifle and also not even the pistol. What I say?
Yeah.
Now we're only probably 10 or 20 with their muzzles well built and then having this all these weapons on them. You just run or you just stand aloof and then let what happens. What I say? Now, I believe, say, if the next election, MPP really want to be in, they have to also really prepare in terms of security.
Okay.
Really important as much as on to the
invisible data force.
I don't think so it's necessarily invisible forces or delta. They should forget about the name. What matters is that train people who are ready to sacrifice for the party, who are ready to monitor and stand firm. So whoever comes will be here.
You know, one of the pulling agents in the assistance here on the election day was this time they are moving into the last time I went there, when you say party be the number 4, and a pulling agent on the police station. Yeah. At first it used to be 1-1-1 each. Now you went to 2-2 each. Now it's up. That's less than 10-10 each. Yeah. Now if you have 10 people representing your party at a particular police station, what should the rest of the community do? I feel yes, I'm compared army for be major side maybe. And don't say chaos and as you.
No, 10 people now work on more task. They have a task.
Yeah, to monitor the ballot.
To monitor the ballot. But could crack via of the task, others might follow.
Yeah.
Just to see what is happening, what is going on.
Yeah.
Until we are in a tasker or see the banner. Yeah. 5 is for the ballot box, then the 5 is monitor the process. And I believe, say, as Jimmy is saying, you know, for security wise, if they really want the next election, at least, if not to say, you're going to have less than what they have. Because as at now, no, you say it's really going to be a dainty tax for the MPP to win the
very 1.7 million is a huge figure.
Very much, especially whereby I say we don't know as at now the 5 candidates what they really have for the nation. And I believe so at that point, and so may blame it, I think say the media and then we the bloggers. I just say we want so much news to say when their representative comes to our CDUA, we are much interested in hitting their opponent. So what they are saying, Jimmy Bai, we are not even giving him the opportunity to sell to us what they have about their candidate.
But
what they are saying, we are just he is trying to chip it in at some point in time. And say, okay, I'm so steady about crop rotation. We are come out different topics. To bring it, what I said, to bring it in. Until so much news hungry, say we always want to have them punch the opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah. The answer now, no, they bear Dante for the MPP to win the next election.
I see.
But if they can be closer enough or to win, they have to take their security right from day one.
All right.
Or for this their primaries, and a trial, sort of a test, sort of a pilot. To train the security to monitor the election, the process, the boxes, and then from there maybe they can work on.
Yes. Continue. Now say going into this election, one of the reasons why I believe Brian will win, and he's the best candidate, is that I see strategy in the man. The last time Omeki comment to be on one of the media platforms during his tour in the Accra media platforms or stations, I say we share nipa 200,000.
Almost all those who are coming to vote.
But before he made that comment, he was yet to tour the 5 regions up north.
I see.
So you ask yourself, encore any of the 5 regions up north, but what you mean share the delegates, 200,000.
I won't doubt that.
And he's a man of research.
Okay.
So when he comes out and he gives you an information,
he's a doctor. He holds a PhD.
You should be watchful.
All right.
Because I cannot meet 200,000 delegates, and then not have the opinion as to whether I'm going to win or lose. The statement will make it. We should watch that statement. Musa Dankwa at the research we better abonting.
Yeah.
And it contained a lot of delegates are
undecided.
Yeah.
The undecided, and then there are some that
undisclosed.
So undecided ne undisclosed. Okabum now the can Brian the no a man a 50+1%.
I don't think my Brian.
No, but I didn't think Bema will be undisclosed.
Because we need Japan, we need Baumia.
Sometimes with the fear say
he was not part of the immediate presidential election.
Okay.
Don't count.
Yeah, Brian wasn't part.
Very good. So if your results are and Omumi no woman, ebima undisclosed and undecided that it means something is going on.
I see. What is going on?
People have decided to make the best of choices, and knowing the delegates, okay, uncontrol. But you two, yeah, when say the na ekoso no omutie. And one of the secrets about Dr. Brandon Champion's campaign is go to his media platforms and check how they hail him. Somebody who has not stood before, somebody who has not even entered the constituency before. It tells you that something
triumphant entry.
Yes. It tells you that something has happened. And me, I know, I'm confident that Dr. Brandon Champon will be the next face of the New Patriotic Party going into the 2020.
What do you say to some of us observers and people, in their comfort of their homes, who see Brian say, this is one fine young man. How old is he? Some 51, 52, 53.
Yeah.
He's attained his PhD. I think he has about 2 or 3 masters before he even got a PhD.
And a businessman?
A businessman, one of the finest businessmen we have in the West African corridor, and all that. People are like, maybe Brian is using the 2024, 2025, and 2026 MPP primaries as a launching pad for his presidential ambition, which he should expect in, let's say, 8 years' time. Do you have any? What's Shako Simisada? And suggestion be observation Misada. And what do you say to those?
See, I mean, now I say it's a very good and a critical question. Medical can say, Amayukun, Yepetumi.
And immediately.
And you see, when you study the political history of the country, it's been 8 years and 8 years. So, Upitumi, I mean, you have to truncate that of the NDC.
Yeah.
NDC is 8 years, never truncate. And you don't do the same old thing and expect what?
New results.
You do a different thing. You present a formidable, courageous candidate for 2028.
Okay.
And like the history I gave you, even if we don't win the election, if Brian comes and we don't win the election, we have to appreciate
the number of votes
nominal votes that we obtain. That is the only hope that in the election ahead you can win.
MPP may have a chance.
An example from 1996.
Yeah.
You know, Kufuor had around 37% or so, with Rollins getting 56%.
Let me go and confirm.
Okay.
Continue, please.
In 2000,
yeah,
it overturned. Okay, for the MPP.
Yeah.
The difference with this one is that if something
in
critical...
1996, Kufuor had 39.6%, Rollins had 57.3%.
Very good. If anything should happen, it should be the decision of the party people. There are a lot of things I don't want to say here on your show.
Okay.
Because it will be like we are saying a lot of things, but the MPP, New Patriotic Party, as a political party brand, has values. We are noted for certain things. If we try to lose track of those things that we stand for, and these are the things that the Ghanaian people, they see in us.
Okay. What are those things?
If we try to amend and do certain things that we might feel is right for the people out there, the people in turn will show us that no, this is not what we want to see in you.
Okay.
And they will show it through what?
Voting against you.
Their votes. If you see the drastic reduction from 6.7 million in 2020
to 4.8
million, it shows that they rejected the party and the candidates.
Okay. Now hold on there. I think I'm going to be CJ, that particular bit, how do you take it? Say Look, with the exception of some one or two few people I want time to be, even non-MPPs who are outside the party, still some of them believe say a Baumia candidate challenge and a man NPP a vote to know at say 1.7 million. So as same way, it been say fair to the Baumia because the entire party was not attractive as at the time they were leaving office. It been say no, Baumia no presented a certain hope. Them go for say which mean even more votes than Nanado had in 2020. It didn't say Amadia, like Ken was saying, who's not so go for free away. Do you think say it is fair or unfair to say or to lay part of the blame on the person who represented the MPP in the last election? Because I hear that there is almost somebody who make of Brian and say can Japan but also could less than that, yeah. Then the actual cause of the problem was one person, yes,
Well, mostly unfair. Mostly unfair because if you look at run up to election 2020,
yes.
Okay. Every we come here to Abanikwa, there was an increase in fuel prices. Well, there was e-levy.
Yes.
Well,
there was
e-levy in the position of
there
was betting tax.
Yes.
We know the position of Dr. Baumia of the betting tax. And I'm saying mostly no, it's unfair say we blame Dr. Baumia for our poor performance. In fact, say the na Kufuor na contest yanka be worse. It would have been worse.
Think 4.8 in Ukraine.
Oh, by the close of first night in Ukraine, it be 25%. Because I mean, when all chances, I have for sorry. Catch right say, "Oh, scout, non see blog." I mean, he knew say no. I think at some point I would say no. Once he said no, I was saying the party should be inside. Now it's too late for him because after 2020 election, he felt untouchable. He felt say he has nothing to lose anymore. He was doing whatever he wants.
So what Bruni case in by after 2020?
What I say, and most things are right after election 2020. You know, I say penina when him say the many be a many. A chair who say no, a any legacy say oh con within a chair no. It was too late for him. And I don't think say mostly to be fair to say baby me Dr. Baumia solely say he candidate channel na ambo. Again, we propaganda these people were propagating against Dr. Baumia and a Muslim or report Muslim. I mean, so much to tell about Dr. Baumia. Say the same thing idea and another 208 I want to marry. But right now the electorate's eyes are open. Their eyes are open. And who will catch themselves Dr. Baumia every pork in 2024 or 2026 8 thereabout. He's not going to buy into that.
Who's going to buy it?
He's not going to buy into that.
I mean, who's going to buy it?
And I believe say we can't blame Baumia solely say onunkwan hwese abato na ekwo one na edin sani animti see Lucy dia you blame ni nyina man. I don't think so. I believe say collective loss.
Jimmy, now you know say Baumia figure more they put it through only 4.8 representing 40 something percent. If like can even stick to your 38%, I don't care. But if somebody should ask you to project something for Brian after Brian has secured victory in the primaries and representing the party in 2028, how much figure in nominal terms and percentage terms could you project for Brian?
Kwasi Maminda was say, and let me mean casting be yes, one can you me can in a different angle.
Yeah.
Nzen kwala no muko school na utwa kese a. Also oni ne nyaye. So utwa kese a was
ya feel me.
No madam man what you say. The way we see kind there. The way we see ka but me figure there I say party ne nya but me ne nyaye.
Okay.
What you say.
And that's why my assumption.
And yeah easy the man no.
Yeah easy the man.
Figures. We see we believe we say Dr. Brandy Champon a bit difficult say the formula of the NDC.
Yeah.
Last year. Some focus we don't change what?
A winning candidate.
A winning formula.
A winning formula, right?
What you say?
Yeah.
We don't change a winning formula easily, sir.
Yeah.
Say, yen to me as a party, and for maybe under 2 years. The strategy union NDC for use in the last year, and yet possibly they will go back to it.
I see.
Because even now, there are a lot of content within this primary period the year. And which may use sooner in the general election going into 2028. Again, presenting Brian Champon say any propaganda.
Because that content they no. A head and fat Brian was that the Upokrana. Somebody because we are making noise.
With the opportunity when you the NDC, me say NDC for they know Brian Champon. They know him from Ayawaso West Wagon by election. Do you know him? And they know the kind of person.
That's not a very pleasant reference point to make.
It's not like I know the issue was investigated.
Because NDC were expecting him to be prosecuted and all. He wasn't.
He went to meet a committee.
Of course, yeah. A commission came out.
And nothing was leveled against him.
Of course, that
is why I'm saying
because NDC says that it is his party who established the commission and the commission has exonerated him. That's why they call Nana a clearing agent.
Oh, but they've also cleared a lot of people when they took over office. Are we going to stand on something to say that because of my Bayaba Pawentiana? Because in Jamaica, say, aside propaganda, we can look into the facts and content of the committee.
Okay. Yeah.
What you say?
Yeah.
Indeed, I'm saying, propaganda no be presenting Brian Champon gives the MPP a clean sheet for election 2028.
Okay.
Okay. And Adebakwe Sama Menije Kuran say he's the only candidate among the five. What to me, any delegates no an agreement on what he wants to do for them.
Said an CGB,
yes,
because CJ can say all five no be no how that can be a party for Nangasa.
If I can give you about 5.
Many times, sir.
Only time.
By running up,
I'll get another opportunity.
Okay.
I can give you about 5, but out of the 5 no, 2 are very, very strong. When you say you got to about 7th of December 2024, me a research elections officer.
Yeah.
Resource I added to about 7th. No, for the whole Ashanti
region. For the region.
I know for Ashanti region.
Okay.
Because I was there. I was part of the meeting.
Yeah.
In Wuntumi's house.
Yeah.
Resource I had election on the 7th of December 2024. It came 9 p.m. December 6.
At the Ebecha Mokoto about 9 p.m. Fina resources number. And that the you can say Sasabo do for some comedy.
Or the Ojra. There was such a Dumasi. The one Mampong. And these resources were in it was physical cash.
Yeah.
Until or this can na 9 p.m. na. Or was there not their travel? Until anopano at the chin anopa 7 a.m. na electoral commission start here. We delegate now to one a company. There was a can you declare Cocoa man.
Or the grandma will be a free baby.
Okay. So we should the way how we handle them. Dr. Bernard Champo is telling them. So or a flag bearer of the new patriotic party. Logistics, resources, it will go way ahead. And now we are a member of the party crowd, which will be some t-shirt, a check. But t-shirt Brahmin to Abama. Why should t-shirt be a problem? For a party that has been in office for 8 years.
8 continuous years.
And also be a flag bearer. And you see, and many people on my members make. But you see, Udi will be equal about what? Make us a better position. I equal 2016. A 10 city, 10 city, 1 city, 1 city, 5 city. So candidate Nankasa sono or a resource in a way. A bit boy in party for no.
Okay.
What you say? And as I end, I want to urge all the delegates. I want to urge will be a Oshe Afro City Extra and nano pay. Ebia Aban Wukra won't to be. But you know people who are going to vote.
That's your camera.
Yes. Tell the person to vote for Dr. Brian Champon. Because and then baby a party na be do no. We need one person or command the easy ocean interviews war Metro ne other platforms now. His personality commands discipline. Want to because any point about be flag but now we regional chairman o the open. Ukotra baby now the open it won't work.
Abroad na wo no to.
Enye juma. Some kind na nkasa wan put me an example. Say ya twaso yes and you see with this attitude. Na Osako Jina Mahmoud Baumia campaign platform Sakoje microphone. Yeah, mu bi yesu sawo. Yes na ye hwe no. Etene bi obi ti we bibi no reference is na we kwakwa we ende. Utu anamon na national party and invite you. Ungo. Because of your regional chairman. Nti etene bi no obi a young person in the party, obi a kola e party nim. No put you up an attitude da. Baby away regional chairman. Can you call that person to order?
All right.
You can't.
All right. All
so
right.
Let's rebuild the party. You see, and let me end with rebuilding and restructuring. You don't use the old materials. Inti your party for no. Yenina yen kambom. Yeah. The Bantama, Florida. Na na wo hono. Me chairman Joe Card. Nyankopon fa ne currency. Oti kuobi. Nye friend John Ajekun Kufuor. And then joint action movement.
Okay.
And on the bar say, I'm funny put in Tiku. And also, son, dinner and a joint action. And then John Ajakum Kufuor movement.
Yeah.
Ye, a man you're not ye. You need power. Say, me dear, smoothie we are and pen.
One.
Say, I'm one with the one who born mechi. You see, Anka, only who be me.
Again, one.
Intend this and we die. Politics we die.
I bet they play Black Stars. That's Black Stars. That's all.
Yes, we look for a formidable candidate at any point in time. I will beat me. I rise a dear party here. And that's a party near there. If you share. To Brian Edda number 2 on the ballot. We shall hear my tad in that.
Yeah.
So we were Brian, we were number 2, and then I have the logo of the party. And no one alone communications and better night. Man, Kasakra na modi come to me so
you can read something.
very good. This is communication. The man is organized or was strategy. I will beat him the Abua party now in the 2028 election. Gentlemen.
That's it. That is the voice of Mr. Jimmy Boachiansa, a spokesperson for Brian 2028 and a long-time communication member of the MPP here in Ashanti region. He has given you his credentials already. He has been a research officer. And he has followed so many projects in and across the region here in Ashanti. So that is him. I have my brother CJ. CJ, what are you leaving us? Say,
well, the crack say, Sana make us a banana and bantam job. The job man is answer busa question for so what is say, say the agenda for third term. No. Mimi busa am so what say asofo for no 31st night no bi ma jijiji kakra wo be hye nkomo pa
se be ya tete no ba so
bantama dwuma ne se mi busa me me
ka mo se ma de be se
so mate pa se 31st night pa o mate pa za asofo for na kwa jiji pampa se o be hye nkomo yi pa
abaye propaganda se nyankopon se ye ma mapanya ene bia se de agimi kai de se ma amani wa o man be bu
31st night ye almost ye hwe ni ye pa ye ma ya adwemra so
okay edi o naso what say de na o de na so sa se me o
I say ye de sonkra nti de o beka be ko mu nti
that's it e ma so ne e ma so tira gara
man for official pa kakra
okay
the MPP fraternity ayewo asantemantam mu mefa mo fidi kese so e de official pa kese pa from the Brian Echampon campaign team e de ma yenuanoma omo polling station electoral coordinators, constituency executive, regional officers, and national officers. Nina, ya maubibia official pa, ya best Nyankopon se afifu fry baba besimi, and the other will be a kumasono, onye, a man ya sre delegates, Yami Adoma 31st of January 2026, Ukotwa bar, Toma Dr. Brian Echampon, or the number 2 in the ballot. Ya da munyina mwasi, Nyankopon shamunyina.
Also, I have some 2 birthdays here. Nana, my producer, will help me. Let's start with the lady. Of course, the ladies first. So, let's go. This is all the way to Kumasi Technical University. It's coming from a lecturer there. We have friend Fostero. And I say, can we have the photos on the screen? Efa Obano Shasi. Okay, be manaba. Enya mane enda ho. We me kwaku pulpit. Last Friday he was in the studio with the comedians. This is his father Adam Menu Kennedy. Yes, this is a happy birthday message from your sons and daughters. Papa, almost say Onyame Onkosunu Nshao. Papa no uni hofe, enya ne ma eho hofe no. We kwaku atum say yes kwaku obema ampa ufri bema mu ena eba ye ma na menya nhia wo mu. Say ebia you show yasi share emano. Tiyere papa ura Adam Menu Mr. Kennedy Adam Menu. Happy birthday from your sons to you. We soon a free Mr. Mr. Foster Osu. He's a lecturer at Kumasi Technical University. And Mrs. Andrea Kofo Osu, a human resource manager, Kumasi South Hospital, Atunsu Agogo. The typhoon Atunsu Agogo Hospital. No. Ohona Uraire Andrea Kofo Osu Ewo. Ukunu Mr. Foster Osu, Kumasi Technical University. Also, wonder always show happy birthday. Be the mom and the wife and the man from the Prime Minister of the House. Yes, mommy, happy birthday to you. Dr. Fokyo, any KSTU lectures in Kaboom, Emma, happy birthday. Well, viewers, our time is up. We have exhausted our 2 hours already. We were in the studio with Brian 2028 and my regular panelist, Mr. CJ Lewis. My name is Kwasi Mensah. This is Afro City Extra. We shall come your way again. In fact, we are not decided yet because the Mimzam boss in Pachu. You be breaking the bay. Or him, sir, I know what's restricted. And Grana review Petama Gudiagro.
It was Wednesday, everybody.
Very well. So Wednesday, the 24th of December,
the last edition for the year.
We will come here and then break with you. Na Yakob Waboyaho. Unyame Adomunti 2026. Ebeye putu. Afro City Extra. You know we are the best so it will cream and no maimu. Niemo in the Papa Muntia because we have come to stay. Until then, make a date with us on Wednesday. Have a good afternoon.